Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to do a quick update in regards to our storm system that we're going to be expecting as we head into our weekend and Friday. But I first want to just touch base about this snowstorm that we just saw tonight. So we are anticipating about 1 to 2 inches of snowfall here by the National Weather Service. We ended up seeing almost 2 to 3 inches of snowfall, mainly because we saw such a heavy snowfall for about an hour to 2 hours, and we had some cooler temperatures that allowed our snowflakes to be a little bit bigger in size, which meant they accumulated a little bit faster. So I'll quickly jump over to what we're expecting this weekend. I'll try to keep it a little shorter. I know some of my last videos have gotten a little bit on the longer side, so this one I promise I'll try to keep a little bit shorter. That way you guys don't have to watch me 8 minutes of me rambling. So what we're expecting in terms of snowfall totals, somewhere between about 5 to about maybe a foot of snow across the majority of central Minnesota here. The totals across northern Minnesota are a little bit different because this map was for 6 p.m. today through 6 p.m. Saturday, so it's still kind of encompassing the snow that we've gotten or are getting from today, which is why northern Minnesota is seeing that little bit of higher snowfall totals. So I think those will be dropped down by the time we look at this tomorrow. But central Minnesota here, I think, will stay fairly similar with somewhere between 6 to 12 inches of snow, and they might even shift it a little farther down south, just depending on the storm track. Once again, we're still a fair bit out, around 50 to 60 hours from this snowstorm, so things can and will change. The timing, snowfall amounts, and exact location, like I said, that will all change around a little bit. So I'm going to go in here with what we're expecting. So this will pick up, this is at midnight now on Saturday. Snowfall will reach western Minnesota by about somewhere between 9 p.m. on Friday to about midnight. Then it'll start to spill across the majority of Minnesota here as we head throughout our day Saturday. Should wake up to a fairly decent snowfall already falling, or if not, have already fallen. And then that will continue through a majority of our day on Saturday. But by the time we wake up for your morning on Sunday, things should be mostly cleared out, but we will see some much cooler air working in behind this system. So what we're looking at here with this is going to be our 850 dew points, which is where we're going to be looking for our moisture advection and basically just where some moisture spots are going to be. So like I said earlier, yesterday, we're going to be double dipping in terms of moisture. So we're going to be seeing some of our Pacific moisture over here, which has been pooling in parts of Colorado. And then as I move this forward a little bit farther, we see a little bit more moisture from the Gulf of Mexico pooling across southern Minnesota. So we'll have two areas of moisture. And we also notice that there's also probably going to be a dry slot that's also going to form, which is fairly common with these systems. It also tends to decrease our snow totals. So that's something that we're going to have to look out for, especially if that goes down farther south. It blocks some of that moisture from going up into Minnesota and can drop those snow totals. But what this model shows is it really doesn't have much of an impact. We still see a good amount of moisture across Minnesota. So, like I said, just going to keep an eye on it and see if that happens. If it does, we might see a little less snowfall totals. If it doesn't block much out, well, then we could see those 6 to 12 inches of snow for a good chunk of our region here, because we won't be having to deal with any sort of dry air issues. And the fact that we got some snow today should also kind of help a little bit keep things a little bit moist. But overall, we're going to be seeing some bigger snowflakes once again. We're going to be looking at somewhere between about a 15 to 20 to 1 snowfall ratio, which is fairly high. Our standard snowfall ratio is about 10 to 1, which encompasses 10 inches of snow for 1 inch of liquid. And so we're going to be seeing those bigger snowflakes. They're going to come down pretty heavy, and with those big snowflakes, they start to add up very quickly. So I'm expecting that we could probably be seeing those higher snowfall totals, which all those reasons is what I'm thinking is going to happen. Obviously, like I said, we're still a fair bit out, so a lot of things can and will change by the time we get to our system on Saturday. So many more updates, but for right now, if you have any sort of plans on Saturday, you might want to think about taking a break from them, moving them around. Saturday probably will just not be the best day to be out and around. But if you do have to go, try to leave earlier on Saturday. That probably isn't be your best time frame, or even Friday night. But things should get pretty messy by the time we head into Saturday. So just double check roads before you head out anywhere. Other than that, I'll have probably another update tomorrow once I get back from work for you guys. Things will probably change a little bit, but I'm not expecting any sort of huge shifts in our forecast. So otherwise, stay safe, have a good rest of your night, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.